Welcome back to your hour. Joining us now is Jamie Whitfield, and it's her birthday. And she's from Recovery Matters. You can find her on YouTube under Recovery Matters. And like and subscribe to her segments because it's really good information. What did you want to talk to us about today, Jamie?
Today, I want to talk about basically like there are 4 important laws of growth. And I'm talking about, not height wise, mentally.
Yeah, you broke the law.
Yeah. So basically, number 1 is to basically speak less. You have to be able to let results talk for you. And speaking less also goes hand in hand with my number 2 is listen more. You have to listen to learn. And so if you stop listening, you're not going to learn anything. And that just goes in my world, the listening and learning goes just to remain teachable as well. Because once you stop, if you start thinking that you know everything, no one can teach you anything. And so I think that's a stumbling block for growth.
Well,
because
yeah.
if you think you know everything, you'll never learn anything new. And I always try to remain teachable. And it wasn't always like this for me. This is just something that, just by, recovery, what it's given to me and the spiritual principles that I live by have allowed me to basically keep my mind always open, to remain teachable, to listen. And I've always heard this through the rooms in our meetings, people say, take the cotton out of your ears and put it in your mouth so you can listen,
Yeah.
because sometimes I even find myself, like not literally like taking the cotton out of my ears and putting it in my mouth, but like just telling myself, just stop talking.
Yeah.
Just listen so you can learn, or just get some good communication skills by just listening instead of always having to talk, because I am a talker at times, but always it's not always that what I have to say is more important. And sometimes if you listen to the person speaking, you will get something out of it. So I find them 2 things, speaking less and listening more, they just kind of go hand in hand
Sure.
together. And then number 3 is to react less. This is a big lesson for me.
Yeah.
I know throughout my years, and I don't want to say how many since it is my birthday today, for me, sometimes being impulsive and reacting to situations have gotten me into trouble.
The term knee-jerk reaction comes
Yes,
to mind.
yes.
Yeah.
And I just got a visual with that, because
Yeah.
it's so true. And so I just have learned that for me, you always say this, that I process stuff so I don't react in a way that would, not
that you'll regret later.
right. And so if you react less, you'll be able to see later the situation more clearly, if that makes sense. You'll be able to process things a little bit better if you just kind of sit still, listen, just go down the list and listen, and just don't react impulsively to situations. So maybe you can get a bigger and clearer picture of it later after the situation has just kind of passed by. I think that's important.
It is, because that way you don't have to later on say, I'm really sorry
I
I
know.
said that, or I'm sorry I did that.
Yeah,
You don't have to do that because you
Right.
didn't do it.
Right. And sometimes this stuff, it's so easy for me to say, oh, you should do this, you should do that. But really, it's something that I'm learning too as well, to just kind of be a better version of myself today than I even was yesterday, just by using the tools that I gather through my recovery to practice in my daily life is just been a beautiful thing. And so these are things that, I'm still learning and growing with as well, but they have helped make me a better person and a better listener. And so, and also with the reacting less, I also put on here, the less you react, the better you can respond. And,
Yes.
and that's basically what I just said, is the response to situations would be probably a better outcome.
Yeah.
And so number 4 is observe more. And basically I put, the more you observe and and process, the clearer the situation, the better you're reacting, the better way reaction, and you'll get, better results for yourself. Is, just I guess just watch and learn.
Yeah.
Is what I try to do as well. You know, you just don't have to always be in the middle of everything. Just observe things that are going on around you,
Yeah.
and try to learn from it.
Yeah.
It would be important to do.
Absolutely.
So that's my 4 important laws of growth that
Yeah.
I wanted to give that message. And so I also wanted to share, I know sometimes, like I see it every day, like working in the you know, the treatment facility, and just people, you know, they just come in so broken, and it breaks my heart. But at the same time, I'm looking at a mirror image of myself when I first got clean. And so I tell, you know, the clients that I service, I tell them these things, and it's 5 things to remind yourself daily about. And one major thing is to remind yourself that you are lovable just the way you are. And I think that's so important, because I remember when I first got into recovery, I remember my outpatient counselor, she said, I want you to introduce yourself and name 3 things that, you know, you like about yourself, you know, good about yourself. I couldn't name one. And I
Wow.
felt like I didn't, and right then and there, I could tell that I didn't love myself yet.
Yeah.
And so it was just one of them eye-opening things that, you know, throughout my journey, that, you know, we tell people in the recovery community, you know, we'll love you through it. We're going to love you until you can love yourself. And I guess it really, you know, just saying that just really made me realize what they were saying to me. Until I can really love myself, they're going to love me until I can. And I just appreciated that. And also that you're always good enough. And I tell them, tell yourselves these things every day. You are good enough. Everybody is worthy of recovery and a second chance to live. And also, I can do it. And, you know, that's a main thing. Failure is not trying, you know, but if you try, that's not failing. And so I always try to get that message across. And positivity is a choice every day. You know, you can either choose to be positive, or you can choose to be negative Nancy all day long. It's a
Yeah.
choice. And number 5.
And you'll know if you've made the wrong choice when nobody wants to be around
Right,
you.
right. And number 5 is just telling yourself that I am grateful for every single day of my life. And I thought that was fitting for today, because, you know, today is my birthday and stuff. And, you know, I just woke up, and I just thought about the things that I am grateful for. And I am truly grateful. Like, today is just another day to me, but I'm getting older. But it's also just another day that I'm very grateful for.
Yeah.
You know, it's no different than any other day. I'm
It's
just
a day
grateful.
another day that you're recovered.
Yes, yes, and I'm just grateful.
And participating fully in
Yes,
life.
yes, I am. And so that was just my message that I wanted to give today. So.
Well, I always enjoy your messages. They're always on point. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
And we'll be back in